princess, full of questions, followed tracks of strangeness in a circle, up to a Titan buffalo, that forlorn landscape the sky seemed to follow. How do you do that, she quizzed, while needless tumbleweeds passed? The angerful storm clouds descended and magic transcended. 7 generations in a sweltering dream flew past, and she knew magic. She chewed the wind's ears, which were corn and soy striped with weeds. On her vacation, she crunched in the icy hail and spat sideways rain, till the plateau got boring, and where the sun through the mist would never glow. So she curved a glare that sparked a fire on that plant. Descending the musky, dusky, charred cliff, she spun upon an eagle. She quizzed that bird the deepest questions. How's my hair? Which way south, and what to wear? Till comatose broke. When they fly into the dawn, nesting in sticks and stones that stung. Basin relations on smoke signals. Azure-backed skies fading like flame. As the dust devil formations, fake action, grinned apathetic. Conflict turned to messy art. He vultured her muddy heart. It grew back with golden wings, brightly reflecting into the dusk midday gloom. She flew into a rage, dripping fearful soon as she learned to fly, disgusted at the science of picking brains and spitting rain. Took off rageful feathers, past all boundaries, daylight dwelt. The night had chain-link armor and kept her close, taught her fencing, adventure-ending makeshift violence. Got so she could barely spat a spell, enamored vindictive. Sword fought the star-studded system, learned nothing, and licked the question's wailing, windy answers with a vengeance. Her technique a monster, her climb with stakes, oozed dirty water. Turned on her knight, asked him to guess what her age is. He broke her scent, and stole away to hide. With the elements at her call and the light again on the rise, she vowed to follow bigger prey. Unfurling angelic arms as wings, she lofted up to jump the canyon with a riddle in her eyes.
The title is Pines Are Prone to Living with Stone. The round blue stone was like an Irish eye, circled by thick ruddy lashes, fashioned of a pine tree root that held onto the rock long after the rest of the tree was gone. It lay in the boy's lap all the way home, still wet from the creek and the boy's soggy clothes. His sister said, "We could start a museum with it and our 2 dried starfish and the bottle of seawater and Mom's 2 arrowheads, and we can find more things." But it dried to a dull slate gray once out of the blue water and hung in the garage for years. The blue-eyed stone with its pine root frame was taken to school once for show and tell. This one is titled Black. Robert's painting of a southern night looked like bad art, too raw, too dark, the moon too white. Then was a time we got to know a bit of blindness near Crossett, Arkansas. Our little world of headlight beams was a tunnel through an ebony wood. The whitest thing we saw was a road-killed possum. Then, blinking arrows pointed to a lit-up night spot serving deep-fried catfish, hush puppies, chicken, okra, crawdads, shrimp, and mushrooms all cooked in the same crunchy batter, fried, with sweet-scented cornbread and soft southern voices all around, enjoying catfish season. Robert knew, and now I do, the truth that night is blacker in the south. Short one, titled Black Hills Thunder. Forgive me if I overdid this metaphor. Pillars of granite blink like a stage set in strobe lightning when midnight thunder bursts from off stage and enters left, roaring his lines. Then rain slinks in, a sparkling scene stealer in sequence, and thunder mumbles a thoughtful soliloquy and rolls on to another canyon.
The times are much harder than the TV supposes. The boy with his dog in front of the TV reposes. Instead of running and jumping and playing, he lives in a world that is not. In a world that seems to have lost its way, a voice from the past still rings true today. A lawman, a badge pinned next to his vest, still rides in our hearts from out of the West. As children, we watched the drama unfold as Marshall Matt Dillon's stories were told. We learned the lessons that Matt had to teach, not dreaming how long and far they would reach. The lessons from Matt Dillon, in my ears they still ring. Though life may be hard, always do the right thing. If you make a mistake, then make it right. Don't start one, but always finish a fight. Like Matt Dillon, live the values you teach. An honorable life's in everyone's reach, regardless of whether you're poor or rich, or whether you're smart or can't read a stitch. The bottom line for which Matt always fought, do the right thing, is the story he taught. The lessons from Matt Dillon, in my ears, they still ring. Though life may be hard, always do the right thing. My hair's turned gray now and life seems tougher. For young folks, knowing what's right seems rougher. Hair grown snow white, the old Marshall still lives and still reaches out and encouragement gives to those of us he stood by through difficult days with his portrayal of a Marshall who taught us his ways. James Arness, Matt Dillon, not the same name, but those who know him say they're one and the same. The lessons from Matt Dillon, in my ears they still ring. Though life may be hard, always do